A future Hall of Fame netminder isn't walking through that door, but I still think the Penguins could use some help in the crease. I'm Matt Gajtka, and this is my net front presence on Pittsburgh Sports Live. Finally, we have some clarity on the goalie situation in Pittsburgh. Matt Murray is off to Ottawa, and Tristan Jarry is the new goaltender-elect. Hail to the Chief, or is it meet the new boss, same as the old boss? Even as a Murray skeptic during his time here in Pittsburgh, even I'll admit that his star burned out a lot quicker than I thought it would. From back-to-back Stanley Cup champion to a tarnished asset just 3 years later that you're happy to get a second-round pick for, even in a quick-changing world like sports, that's enough to give you whiplash. There might not be a great answer as to why the Murray era was so short, but it would be nice to see if a similar burnout pattern can be avoided with his successor. Injuries played a role in Murray's decline, sure, but it is interesting that he was never quite the same after Marc-Andre Fleury packed his bags for Vegas. That could be a coincidence, but whether it's the motivating effect of competition or just the insurance that comes with a proven backup, I think the Pens should be on the lookout for a veteran to back up Jarry, at least for 1 year. No offense intended to presumed backup Casey DeSmith, who does have a .917 save percentage in 50 NHL games, but at the same time, urgency is high to capitalize on a closing championship window. And I couldn't help but think that, as the Capitals brought in Henrik Lundqvist to assist their young starter Ilya Samsonov, that maybe that should have been the Pens shooting for more of a tandem situation in what's sure to be a condensed 2021 regular season. And I'll also cop to considering a return of the Flower. Ultimately, the dollars didn't work out in this cap-constrained NHL environment, but my desire for a reunion wasn't so much about sentimentality as it was practicality. Forget the name or the history, I just wanted to see the Penguins be as competent as possible at the most important position on the ice. As we saw with Matt Murray, something changes when you become the unchallenged #1 starter in net. Whether we're talking about a natural tendency to relax in that spot, or just the opposite, feeling too much performance pressure, I think it would be naive to assume Jarry simply chomps on that bit and doesn't spit it. So if I were Pens GM, I'd stay open to the idea of adding another body in the blue paint, even if the market already looks pretty picked over. For my money, that's more important than adding, say, another slow-footed third-pairing defenseman, just as a random example. For Pittsburgh Sports Live, I'm Matt Gajtka.